Howdy, Possum Patty here, and I'm just journaling, so come on along. This is my paper bag journal that I made with Susan at Susan Hiles Art and Sheree at Turquoise Dreaming last month when they had the hashtag Let's Use Paper Bags. And this month they are doing an open collab on decorating the pages in here. But I had already gone ahead and added a few things to the journal before they came up with those prompts. And one thing that I added was in the back of the journal, I added this envelope pocket flip that I made out of jelly plate dyed envelopes. And I made some tags out of trash. Put in there. The tags aren't done yet, but working on it little by little. And I really feel like I want to put something like this in the front of the journal because I have a lot of space right here. And I have this paper clip here to keep these envelopes from flipping. They're kind of heavy with the cards in there. And I'm thinking of putting something larger in the front like I have something larger in the back. So I need to do some paper engineering. I don't have any more of these large envelopes, although I'm sure I'll get some in the mail, but I do have more paper bags. And I'm loving this one from Whole Foods. I think this is my sister gave me this. And it's got asparagus on one side and artichokes on the other. And I'm wondering if I can make a large page from this. And then maybe put some folds and flips in there using some envelopes or something. So next week's prompt is to make the pockets, folds, and tucks. And the week after that is to do some ephemera. But before I get to those prompts, which haven't come up yet, I'm going to add something to the front of the journal. So let me cut this down and see what I can come up with. Okay, I cut out the front of the bag with the artichoke and the back with the asparagus, and I think I'm going to glue these together like this. And I have these envelopes, junk mail envelopes, that I was cleaning off the brayer when I was jelly plate printing. And I don't know, should I sew these together, glue these together rather, and then put these in? Alright, let me gather up some envelopes to see what I can do. Okay, this may be a mistake, but you really can't make mistakes when you're just playing with trash. And I'm going to go ahead and glue these two pieces of paper bag together. So that I can figure out how to put the envelopes on the inside. And I might sew this in like another signature. We shall see. Did I put the glue on the right side? Yes. Like Okay, I shaved a little bit off of this, trying to get it so it'll fit inside the cover, and that looks like it should be okay. See, I've got room that I can put a little signature right there. Sew that in. But before I sew it in, I can get that part out of the way. Play with it. Okay, if you're stressing over making a journal, you should make a junk journal, junk mail journal, paper bag journal, envelope journal, and just play. Because if you're stressing over what you're doing, you are not making a junk journal. Because you cannot stress over garbage. I love this with the big window, but it's kind of tall. Whereas it's open on that end. Let's see, I could. Alright, I'm going to fold some envelopes. Okay, so this is the middle. So that's where I'll be sewing it in. So I want to put a couple of these in here. Okay, I decided I'm going to add some pages to this and then add the envelopes to the pages. Just kind of bulking it up a little bit, maybe. Or something like that. I don't know. Just playing, just playing. So I have the Whole Foods bag. And then I have part of a Dollar Tree bag. I guess I used part of this for something else. And then I found another gift bag. Whoop, whoop. And I could put this right in the middle, but I think I will take off the handles because I already have handles on this bag. So I don't know if I can get these off carefully. Kind of glued on. Get in there, rip. We got some weather moving in today. Dark. The weatherman says it is a bombogenesis. That just means the pressure is going to drop very quickly. And that helps the... I'm going to save this because I can use this on a tag or something. And a lot of the country is getting snow, ice, rain. Right now we're just getting a sprinkle. I think we're going to wind up being on the edge of it, so we're not going to get much in the way of snow, just heavy rain. One time before I tried ripping out this handle and I ripped the bag. So I'm trying to be more careful this time. And cut it out. Okay, I'm going to struggle with this for a moment. Okay, I opened up the bottom of the bag. And I am just going to cut that part off. But I really like this green striped. It's going to go great with my asparagus and artichokes. Okay, so do I want to leave this doubled or do I want to cut it? You know, if I cut it, then I could use this paper for something else. Alright, I'm taking the whole bag apart here. Oh, you know what? Let's try this. Saran wrap. Oh, that works nice. See, this is what was holding the handle on. You gotta be careful about ripping it off because you could rip the bag. Make some room here. I have way too much stuff on the table. Oh, I drew these out. You don't need to. All right, I'm going to save this in my goodie bag here. So when I get to making pockets and tucks and ephemera, I could use that. Well, I guess I got sidetracked here. I was going to put something large at the front, put a bunch of envelope flips in there, wound up cutting more bags, and now I'm making a signature instead of a flip. That's got to go in right about there, I think. And I don't know why. Just playing, just having fun, I guess. Gotta go in a little bit more. Well, I thought I was going to be a big shot and do this without making a template. But it just didn't work out. So what I usually do is take a piece of paper and mark where I want to punch the holes. And this one has a hole in the middle, and then the top and bottom stitches are quite a ways in because one of the papers in that signature is a little bit short, and I want to make sure I can grab it with the thread there. And then I just tape this down like this, poke my hole, I'm going to move it over just a little bit. So that is ready for sewing. And then I take my new signature and got my papers clipped together. And this is nothing new. This is just the same old way. I do it all the time. And just poke my 3 holes. Like that. Pull it off. I've got my embroidery floss, but I have to go find a needle. I use the tapestry needles because they have a big eye. They're a little dull at the point. And I've got a cat standing on my project here. She just jumped up here. And I had already glued this on to cover up the other signatures just because I had this piece of paper here, but that's not going to bother me at all. You're going to be able to see the thread from this one. It's going to be hard to sew with a cat in my lap. Alright, I'm going to sew it from the outside so I have a thread on the outside. And, oh, I'm just going to go up on my shoulder. Leave some hanging there. And then go to the bottom. And then go to the top. And back out through the middle. Get rid of the clips because they're in my way. Cat is sitting on my shoulder and purring. Okay, I want this one to be a little bit longer, so sometimes you gotta finagle things. To where you want them. Okay, now they're both a little longer. Take the needle off. I don't always record this part because basically it's the same thing over and over and over again. But I guess sometimes there's new people watching and they would like to know how you sew it in. And then I pull that tight and put a knot. I've got one thread on one side of this piece and one on the other side, so it's holding it down. Make 3 knots. She just jumped off. Okay, so this is going to get trimmed just a little bit, and I'll probably put some kind of dangle or something, whatever piece of garbage I find that I want to put on there. And now I have my new signature. Well, that's something I wanted to do. Well, I got something done that I wanted to do. And that was put some bigger pages at the front to kind of go along with the bigger flip I have at the back. So this can wind up to be a pretty chunky trashy. I had all these little bags in the middle, and I wanted some bigger pages to get some bigger trash on. Okay, so maybe I will do one more thing. Well, I was going to put my envelopes in, but now I feel like I need to put something on these pages before I put the envelopes on. this one might work over here. I could do that. This has nice green striped paper on it already. Okay, I'm going to open this on the side. So I'll be able to slip something into it. I love the window envelopes. So I could stick something in here. And I am just going to glue this part down. Here comes the kitty again. She doesn't know what to do with herself today. Maybe it's the storm, but she usually sleeps during the storm, so I don't know what her problem is. Getting windy. You know what that means. Power outage. Power outage. Put some glue in there and some glue over here. Well, at least I'll get one envelope on there. Hope the cat doesn't get into the glue. Get it off. Oh, the envelope. It's back on the shoulder. I don't like the colors on this envelope. Might have to put a thumb hole here. This is hard to open. Oh, I can't bend down with a cat. Get down, get down. You can't bend down with a cat on your shoulder. There we go. All right, I made a signature. I put in one envelope. And I took all that time just to do this. Okay. I'll tell you what. This page is calling out for me to paint on it. So I'm going to get out some paints and fast forward this part and come back at the end to say goodbye. And I'm just going to put a couple of acrylic paints into this tub over here. Some yellow, some white, some green, some blue. Just a little tiny bit. Some turquoise on the white paint. You know, if you don't use your acrylics, they dry up. The watercolors are dry, so that's not a problem. All right, I'm going to fast forward. Well, there she is, my finished artichoke. I just kept painting around and around until I got tired of painting around and around, and I called it done. So what did you do today? I took some old paper bags and I sewed them into my trashy, and then I painted an artichoke. And you, dear friend, are the only one who's going to understand that. So thanks for coming along today, and happy junk journaling. Bye-bye.